Well, it says I'm live. Yep, I am alive. An old guy get through this virus stuff. But I was thinking about today, and I just ran to the capital from where I live, about 3 miles. I got to go back, but thought I'd do something first. And what I was reading about today is how you have to be creative to start making income now. In other words, there's so many ways. So many people are not working anymore, and who knows when that will happen again. And I don't know if the money, even the free money they're giving away, is going to be enough, to tide you over. So you should start looking for how to make some other income, and to do it from home. And there's ways to do that. And one way is, God, sell your expertise. I mean, because if you were a cook or a waitress or a hairdresser or whatever, that who knows when that's going to come back. And so you have to be ready, and start finding another way to make income. And one way, like this hairdresser, I was reading about the other day, like yesterday, what she's doing is going on YouTube and making YouTube videos, of how to look pretty with your hair on Zooming, when you have to do meetings online, and how to do your makeup and all this kind of stuff. So now she doesn't have customers in a hair salon that she works for, but she's reaching people on YouTube and Facebook and places like that. Now, you're not going to get a gazillion people in the beginning, but it's a way. Now, here's how she makes money. What she does is go and sells products on on her website. So if people order the product, the hair products, that she probably mentions is in her how-to video, that she makes a commission, like 20% or whatever on that. So that's a way to make income. And also it's a way to learn about other ways to make money. So take your initial skill and how can you leverage that in another way. And that's what I think is important to do during this time. Not sit around and wait for somebody to solve the problem. No, you start finding ways that you could solve the problem in small little ways and things. And now with the internet, there's so many ways to do that. You don't have to have a lot of money to advertise. You don't need any money. You need no money to start that. And even if you give stuff away, you help people for free. You could do consulting for free. You could go on like Clarify. That's what I'm on, Clarify FM, and start a consulting business there, how to cook. So if you show, now here's another thing. You could make something. You could put on your iPhone and make something in the kitchen. And for local people, you could have a takeout. You could do it for free. Or if you want to sell it, make individual meals and then sell them out of your house or apartment or whatever it is. If you're worried about laws and regulation, your county cooperative extension service knows about that stuff. And they could tell you if you need to do something. But, I don't think you need to do anything if you just do it for free and see if anybody's going to buy your meals. So you show them how to cook it at home. And then local people can run by your house and do it. Actually, there's an app that does that. I forget the name of it if somebody needs it, or I'll try to put it in the description later. There's an app for that. You could sign up as a cook, but it's not all over the country yet. So I think it's mostly in Chicago. But you can do it wherever you are. So you're going to feed people from your apartment. Yeah, you're going to have some inexpensive meal you're going to do, and then people can come by and pick up a serving, right? So if you charge $10 or whatever, or you give it for free, it doesn't matter. You're learning how to do that, and don't spend money on learning how to do something new, because you're just going to run out of money before you learn how to do it. So you can do cooking classes on cheap meals. So everybody doesn't have a lot of money, okay? Yeah. So you do a cheap meal a day for 10 days or something like that and show people how to cook it, and that's it. And then you could say, hey, well, people want to buy that meal and do it. So there's so many ways to do that. How to fix things in your apartment, because if you're a handy person or whatever, and people don't know how to change a light bulb, so you turn on your iPhone, do little videos of, here's how you change a light bulb. And then what you could do is package those and then sell, put them online eventually, where people would pay to download these how-to videos that you've done. And you make it you make it, don't try to be professional. Don't try to be, slick like all these things you see from Hollywood or whatever. No, I mean, I learned that. Yeah, look at, I dressed like a clown and took my nose on the air, and nobody cares. People need problems solved. If you're so perfect, that means you got a lot of bullshit, and you figured out a way to people to buy your bullshit. And you don't need it. Authenticity, I think, goes a long way. So I see that the lockdown and all that kind of stuff is a new way to start finding something. And also, there's something that is in you that you want to provide to the people. That's like being an artist. Just think if you knew how to sing. This is what I used to think, that if I knew how to sing or I had some art, and I'd see people on television or movies, and boy, they want to do that so much. But I think we're all that way. If you love to cook, you love to help people or whatever. And small little businesses is what this country's about. The small little businesses are like 90%. If you count the number of businesses, 90% of them are small. If you count the number of people working for small businesses, that's 50% of the workforce works for small businesses. And I believe people, more than 50% of the people that work for big businesses hate what they're doing, right? So that's another thing. If you learn how to create your own little small business, it could be your art, and you could love to do that. It's a struggle. It's not going to be easy. Nothing is. But to me, what's worse is doing something that you're miserable every day. It's a bad date, And that's how I think most people work, because they have to do it for the income, and that's important. You have to take care of yourself first, so not to be a burden. So you got to figure that out. So this is a chance to start investigating how to figure those things out. Some ideas on small businesses, and don't spend any money doing this. It's stupid, because what you have to spend effort on is finding how to get a customer. Your ideas are a dime a dozen, everybody's are, but can you figure out how to get a customer? That's the key. And so that's why you have a chance now to do this. Start putting it up for free on social media. Start contacting other people that have blogs and tell you about, hey, look at this cool lady who's making spaghetti in her room. And selling it. So get other people to find on the internet to talk about you. And that's the way you get traffic. And you get traffic and possibly sales. If you pay for that, you're just going to waste money, because you don't know what really people want yet, or how they want it and everything. And you have to do that by trial and error. And you'll do that and learn. Every time you do something, it's going to be a piece of the puzzle to do something next, and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's the way you build things. It's a little garden. Think of that. How your little garden of little seeds, and you have to take care of the little seeds. Maybe you put them in a little jar first to get strong, and then you could take them out of the jar and put them there. Most of us want, I want to get $1 million and make advertising on the Super Bowl. Everybody's going to come to that. No, it won't. That's a good way to go out of business. Here's another statistic. All these big shot firms that invest in big businesses, like Shark Tank and everything, those investors are wrong 85% of the time. So they don't know anything. A small business you start, like the ones I'm talking about, they're right 50% of the time. And you know what that 50% is? The same as marriages. 50% of marriages fail, right? And 50% of small businesses fail. These hot shots, out in Silicon Valley and everything, man, they get billions of dollars, and 85% of them fail. So screw them. Learn how to, do something for the community. Have something that's part of you. You share yourself more. You have more control of your life. It's going to be a struggle. It's a big struggle. But man, you're using yourself, and that's the important thing. And that's why now, because of your lockdown or whether, it's a chance to start exploring that side of you. How can you take that little germ of an idea and just start offering it for free or whatever? Put videos on what you do, or help people or whatever. Say, hey, your kid doesn't know how to study math or whatever, and you like doing that. Hey, let me tutor them for free. And you can do that on these platforms that are free. So there's always an opportunity. The world is going to be different when we get through this. So start preparing for something different. You don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But what it was ain't going to be. That's the only thing you know for sure. So you got to keep trying new stuff, no matter what the hell it is, to see it maybe where it's going. I don't know. Nobody does. They're all guessing. So you guess because you'll have your heart in your idea. And that's the important thing. You got to have your heart in it. You know, that's why I switched the question marks to hearts. Man, nothing's going to happen if you don't have your heart in it. So keep your heart in it. Talk to you soon.